Hi, this is Alexandra Breckenridge, and you're listening to The Dave and Creech Show.
Many of the terms, comments, and stories you're about to hear may not be suitable for some. Listener discretion advised.
I'll give you a good reason why my house is not complete. I have a professional wrestler and a gangster rapper building my house.
All right now, boys and girls, we want to introduce...
Mom says when I wear this badge, you're supposed to treat me like a man of the law.
Dave Sheridan.
I did poop my pants a little bit on purpose. I wanted to.
Oh, so. You did it.
CJ Creech.
I actually got on Facebook a friend request from a member of ISIS this past week, which was really freaking weird.
Have you seen your beard lately?
The Dave and Creech Show.
Now here's your hosts, Dave and Creech.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dave and Creech Show. This is episode 66. I am Creech. We're here with...
This is our other co-host for today, Oscar. Say hi. Say hi. The camera's right there. Camera. See? Look right there. Say hi.
As you can hear...
He's very, Key-cat! 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 There you go. I'm again Brian, not the former co-host. Dave, I just filmed a movie in Florida, Sheridan.
Yes, and as you may be noticing...
Former. I want to apologize to Dave real quick. I called him Dork Sheridan, and I didn't, I'm thinking about it. He was acting. He's acting like a dork. He's good like that. So I'm guessing I said that in vain. Not in vain. In spite. Not really. I'm not spiteful.
Oh yeah.
So I just want to throw that out there. Dave, if you heard that, you did hear that.
Oh yeah, he did. He called your ass out.
He called me out, and I just want to apologize. I forgot you're an actor. So there you go.
And if you're wondering, if you're listening to the show, if you're wondering why we keep mentioning cameras and you can see, blah, 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 well, this week is the first week ever we're doing a video version along with the audio. So you can still listen to us on Spreaker and iTunes, but you don't have to stare at an empty or blank screen for an hour.
Or just a picture of...
Or a picture of our podcast for an hour. To listen to us on YouTube, you'll actually be able to see us talking.
See his pretty face.
You can see my fatness in full
beard.
HD. Yes, you can see us discuss everything as it happens. Not actually literally as it happens, because I'm still going to edit the shit out of this. But yeah, pretty much.
I cut my hair yesterday, and then I shaved. Not really shaved, but took some clippers.
You mean Father Time cut your hair? Going bald.
I am going bald. It's right here. It's like I'm losing it.
I know you're Baron Corbining.
I'm Hulk Hoganing.
Nah, you ain't got no. You don't have blonde hair or that.
I don't have the goatee, brother.
But yeah, speaking of Dave in Florida, yeah, he had some choice words for you. That
I took them in stride.
He took them in stride, and not only that, you haven't heard them yet, but he had more choice words for you. On quite a few of the interviews that he wound up calling you out on them.
Damn.
So yeah, you've got.
I guess Dork Sheridan really hit him hard.
Yeah, you get to look forward to getting some shit from Dave Sheridan for the next.
I was gonna call you. I was gonna say. Dave Sheridan, more like Dork Sheridan. I was going to say CJ Creech, more like CJ Creep.
Yeah.
But I was just like, eh.
You didn't. You just called out Dave, and now you've got the wrath of the Sheridan.
Well, I know he won't be here.
Like here, or like on the podcast?
On the podcast ever again.
Oh, he'll be back.
I know.
Well, actually, he may not now. Because he did say that he might just go ahead and book a movie, so you got to do this shit forever.
Oh shit!
Exactly.
And I have shit to talk about.
Yeah, I know. You don't even. I can't drum up stories, or think of stories and AKA, he didn't want to look on the internet today.
I did.
Now, porn sites do not count.
All right, got you there.
Exactly. But I guess we can kick everything off with a little news article that we discussed on the last episode, and that's how I suck at predicting predetermined sports. Because I got, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I got my ass handed to me by Bryan Daniels.
What was your record?
I don't remember.
You probably got half.
I don't remember the record. I know everyone that we veered off on, that we differed. The one you picked won, and the one I picked lost. So we got everything right up until those three, and it was just like one after the next.
It was a very easy night for results. I knew there wasn't going to be many changes, but some of those finishes though, like the Shinsuke and the AJ Styles one.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good match, but as a no DQ match and there's countouts, you're freaking out. I don't think, has that ever happened before? I always thought no DQ.
I mean, maybe in WCW because
WCW
you'd have false count anywhere ending in countouts. So
I didn't know if I was like, I could see him counting him. Like, I know everyone was wondering, like, why is he counting for? This is no DQ. He's just supposed to just go. So I mean, good. It was a good match. It was better than their last couple. But then the finish. Well, I didn't hate the finish. It was just sort of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, the match quality is improving. It's like, this is now their third time that they've fought, their third time being Backlash, and now they've just announced this morning that there'll be a fourth time at Money in the Bank. And it's like, obviously they're probably not going to get anything like their Wrestle Kingdom match, but I want to see something at least close in quality. It's like, I don't know what...
It's building.
Well, see, I don't know why, but it's like just certain feuds that you think would be the money feuds between really talented people in WWE. For some reason, they just go the way of the dodo, and they don't really pay off like you think they're. Like Owens and AJ Styles. They never really had that definitive, like, badass five-star match that we know they could deliver with each other.
Those guys can deliver awesome matches, but... Yeah, it's just how they're booking it. I don't know if they're building to the crescendo or if they're just like, well, this is what we give you here, and that's it. Because that's what you deserve. I don't know. But that finish and the...
Roman Reigns and
Samoa Joe. God, now I'm trying to remember what the finish was.
Joe came back like Superman, or not Joe. Roman came back. He got his ass beat for most of the beginning part of the match, and then he came back with a couple of moves, hit a spear out of nowhere, and that was it.
Yeah, very
cookie cutter-esque.
Very quick, to the point. It probably went too long with all the rest holds, but that was my big gripe about the match.
And it shouldn't have been the main event.
Well, I don't know
the ending to Shinsuke and all them and the ending sucked. They wanted the decisive finish. I get that.
Yeah.
However, you're devaluing every other title that could have closed out that show by having a non-title match with really no ramification whatsoever, just so Roman can main event another pay-per-view and get another win.
Pretty much. But yeah, that was the point I was just about to say. We don't want to send someone home as it was a draw, and that's it. You don't want to be sent home with that.
Yeah.
You want a definitive winner, but then they weren't expecting such a shitty match.
Well, then they should have gave Shinsuke and AJ a definitive winner.
Yeah.
And then not given us that shitty main event.
Hell, Miz versus Seth Rollins should have.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The show peaked at the first match.
Yeah. And
the first match was really good, and then it was just like, nope, nobody's going to top that.
But yeah, we can talk about how you were wrong with predictions. If you go back and listen, I think I might have had one or two that were wrong.
You had one wrong. I believe, at most, you had like one wrong.
I may have had one wrong, and then like some of the finishes were a little... I didn't see the finish happening, like some of the finishes. But yeah, that was a good night for me.
Yeah, so he won the inaugural face-off here. I mean, we've been doing this for years when we have a
WrestleMania since WrestleMania 20. Well, ever since WrestleMania 19.
Since WrestleMania something, pretty much. But we've been doing this. But now that he's been co-host on the podcast, this is the first time. This is my chance to make it, to look good on the first go-round, and I failed.
You failed. You're on your own podcast, and you failed.
Exactly.
Only if
I couldn't even edit it because there would have been no way to edit that around to make me seem like I was right.
Like a winner.
So
basically, you're saying you're a big loser.
The biggest loser, as you can tell. I just got back from Florida. We talked about what I was going to do down in Florida last week.
Wait. Oscar wants to make an announcement. Okay.
No.
Nothing.
Oscar is like, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
But yeah, it's been a crazy last couple days, and just gonna walk you through everything, tell you the stories, most of the stories. Some of the stuff pertaining to the shooting, I obviously can't talk about right now.
Shush.
But yeah, last Wednesday, technically Thursday morning, we left around 2 a.m.
Not me.
Out of Charleston. Yeah, not you. Me and one of my friends, Paul. And we got into town. Now, here's the thing. Before I go into this part, those of you out there who watch the show, who know Dave Sheridan, know he's not very punctual. Whether it's recording this show, which he's not on right now, but, anything that's involved with him, he's usually running behind. So, we traveled all the way from here. He wanted us. He said to come at 11:30. So we got there by 11:30, and then he messaged us saying, "Let's push to 1:30."
Jesus.
So
kill time for 2 hours.
We sit in the McDonald's for about 2 hours.
Jesus Christ.
And then
they're not thinking you're just like loitering.
No, I guess not.
Did you actually buy food?
We did.
Okay.
But we hung around in the McDonald's, and then we got to his place at 1:30 like he asked, and he's like, push to 2.
Jesus Christ.
So then we had to wait in the car for 30 minutes.
Oh, that's fun.
Which
after eating McDonald's.
Which Paul decided he wanted to have his first introduction to Dave be dressing up in a monkey suit.
So was that his personal monkey suit, or
that was his personal monkey suit? He brought 2 sets of outfits with him.
Just to make it.
There was a Kolchak Night Stalker. It's an old show from the 70s. There was an outfit for that.
Mm-hmm.
Had a media or press badge and a sports jacket and a fedora. And there was also the pink monkey suit. And he had it all: the feet, the hands, the chest piece, the head.
Oh no, I saw the picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, being in Florida, like I was at work that day, and it was hot as fuck.
It honestly wasn't terribly bad down there. I mean, it was 80, but unlike here, there really wasn't that much humidity, so it wasn't bad. But he did wind up changing shortly after that. But as you're seeing in this footage that I've been playing the whole time, we waited for Dave to, with him dressed up as the monkey in the car to try to surprise him.
So wait, did he actually get dressed in the car? Like he had a maneuver, or did he actually get out?
He got out.
Okay.
And did it. And then, Dave just didn't even faze him.
He's like, I've seen this shit before.
He was like, "Hey, monkey butt," or something like that through the window. And then he just got he got in the car. And
Paul thought he'd make such a bigger, make him laugh or something.
Well, see, what Dave says is that basically he didn't know where we were at to begin with. I didn't tell him.
Were you on set? When y'all pulled up in the monkey suit, were you on set?
No. This was at his hotel.
Okay.
And so, he comes out of the
hotel.
Of the hotel, and there's the driveway or whatever, and doesn't see us, but our car is like right here. So he starts walking towards our general direction, and at that point, I've been recording, and he looks up, and I think he finally sees me, and he sees a camera. So he figures, okay, I can't see who's driving or anything that's going on in the car. It's probably going to be a joke.
Yeah.
And so when I waved him down, he just looked down, mirror saw the monkey, and then just like, okay, and then got in the car. So that failed, and you know what? Hindsight's 20/20, like they say. And what I should have done is I should have got Dave's attention, like still done the come over here.
Yeah.
But since there was a corner with the building right here, had Paul on the other side with the monkey suit. So as he's walking towards me, Paul could have got him from there.
Yeah. When he's just sitting in the driver's seat, and you have this big ass DSLR camera, just being discreet.
And yeah, that's how we should have went. But maybe next time. But that wasn't the only prank we played today. But we'll get into that. Getting ahead of myself. What happened next was probably the weirdest hour I've ever spent in my life, as we went to 4 different Walmarts to try to find Dave 2 pairs of pants.
Why does it take so, were they close by?
Basically, Dave's character was wearing a certain brand of pants that were bought for him for the movie. Now, he got the other ones messed up the previous night in filming, so he wanted to buy 2 more pairs of pants.
Oh, okay.
So
for the movie itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we go to this Walmart, and basically when we picked him up, he was like, "Go to the closest one." So we GPSed it, and we went there. They haven't heard of the brand. They haven't done anything. So and like that Walmart apparently looked a lot like the one that Dave had known, because he got a little annoyed because he was like, I was just here last night and there was these clothes on the rack. She's like, they weren't there.
Maybe they got so popular after he bought them.
So what happened was we went to 3. And the crazy thing about Florida, especially around I guess Fort Lauderdale, is there's like 15 Walmarts in a 10-mile span. Like there's legitimately one on every other corner, it seemed
just like McDonald's.
So yeah, it was annoying trying to find it, but we eventually found the right ones. We bought the pants, and we got to the set, and that's where we did our Facebook Live, and then Dave got the bright idea, which will be also with the interview that we're going to air on this one. We're going to have Stephen Chase, who is Dave's co-star. They play 2 park rangers in it. Dave was like, you know what, we're not going to let him know it's for our podcast. We're just going to play a prank. We're going to make us seem way more important than we are. So, poor Steven, we had him believing that we were from Howard Stern on Sirius Radio, and that we're from Howard Stern Sirius Radio, and that we were interviewing him and was going to put it on our show next week. So we did the interview. Dave pretended like he didn't even, obviously it wasn't his podcast. So I had to interview Dave as well. So I had them both here, like I was interviewing the 2 co-stars.
Yeah.
Eventually I just let Dave ask questions.
Take the reins.
Because nothing against Steven. Steven's a great guy, and I like the stuff I've seen. He's a talented actor, but I didn't know too terribly a lot about him then. But I definitely, after seeing his stuff from Camp Twilight and Death House, which just came out, which I caught over the weekend, which is pretty good. We told him a little lie afterwards. He was really excited. He was like, "So guys, when does this come on?" And we were like, I was like, "Comes on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m." So it's Monday right now. So he said he was going to go renew his subscription with XM Radio, and he's going to listen Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. for this interview that's never going to go up.
Well, it still isn't.
Because we never clued him in, even after the interview.
Oh, shit.
So we did the interview. We've, Dave's back in LA. I'm back in Charleston. And Steven still thinks he's got an interview with somebody from Howard Stern
He's
airing tomorrow
waiting.
night.
He's like waiting on his phone. He's like, oh shit, he's gonna call? Nope. Wait till like 8:30.
So yeah, he's probably not going to know for sure that it was a prank, which I felt bad pranking him, but it was Dave's idea. Dave really wanted to do it. But so Steven's probably not even going to know that anything was even up until I tag him in this podcast, and then if you were to listen to it,
this is the way he finds out.
This is the way he finds out.
Sorry,
So
Steven.
once again, I'm sorry, Steven. I really am. Blame
Dave.
Sheridan.
Hashtag blame Dave.
Hashtag blame Dave. Because, yeah, that was all that was happened. Now, I do want to apologize for when we air these interviews, like this one and then the other one with Felissa and Dave, we can't air. Dave made sure we can't air that now until the movie comes out, because spoiler, Sheridan strikes again.
Seriously? Just like Tom Holland?
Yeah, no, Dave Sheridan started out the interview, okay, no spoilers, and then by the end of the interview, he's dropping major spoilers on deaths and this and that.
He said he was just so excited to talk about it.
But, yeah, so those two interviews with Felissa and Dave, and now Dave and Steven, it's really blurry, which kind of sucks, and I apologize. But the guy that came down, Paul, didn't know how to use my camera, so those weren't in the best of quality.
You'll still get good audio.
You still get good audio. If you're listening to the podcast, it's not going to affect you at all. But if you are watching the video, shit's blurry. Not going to lie.
Shit's blurry.
However, in Paul's defense, like I said, he hadn't used it before, and he didn't know about the autofocus. See, that's my fault. I should have given him the camera with autofocus on, because I'm so used to people I know using it, or people who've used it.
Yeah.
So know about the adjusting manually. Mm-hmm. Because when I was trained, it was never use autofocus. So I always manual. But since that was his first time with the camera, I should have let him autofocus.
It can't be his fault.
But in scenario, there's still some good stuff. I'm gonna cut it up a little bit, because there's stuff that you don't need to hear from the interview with Steven. Like Steven, once again, going back to that prank, Steven didn't know that it was the Dave and Creech show, so he throws a question over to Dave. Hey, Dave, promote your stuff. Let them know what's going on with you. Like Dave hasn't talked about this on the podcast, multiple times, what he's working on. So it's just one of those things. We're gonna go ahead and cut that out. We don't need to hear Dave talk about the same stuff that he's talked about on this show many times before. And we're gonna go ahead and go to that interview right now. Hey everybody, I am here with Stephen Chase, and we're here on the set.
Whoa, you're here with two of the stars. What about me?
You don't count, Dave.
Oh, I count. Come on.
Okay.
Introduce me to the right one.
We're here with two of the stars, including the fabled David Sheridan. We're also here with the iconic Stephen Chase.
Oh wait, you get iconic Stephen Chase. I get fabled David Sheridan.
Yes.
Fabled means I don't really exist.
In fables.
In fables, come on.
But we're here on the set. It's been a crazy day.
Camp Twilight.
Camp Twilight, yes. And first question I want to ask. I know you've had a busy year so far in film. You also had a Death House release this year. Do you got anything else on the horizon after Camp Twilight?
Oh, we have a bunch of slated films. The one that I'm really excited about is a spy feature film that I'm going to be playing in. It's called Forge. So that should be the next one up for me.
Okay.
Hopefully I can get Dave to be in it as well. Because he's
love
such a funny guy. I can't stop laughing in between the takes because of his dynamical comedy genius that he is.
Yeah, we'll have to get you a clip of the two of us together. I play Ranger Bob, he plays Ranger Art, and we're in this film, Camp Twilight. We're the main rangers at the camp, sort of in charge, left in charge of the weekend, and all hell breaks loose. My character, though, we already set it up at the beginning where I'm like a UFO conspiracy theorist, where there's missing campers, and I'm like, I'm telling you, it's UFOs. And these guys are like, shut the fuck up, Bob, right? And it's kind of like an Abbott and Costello characters. I thought of it the other day, what we're really like. Oh, you know what it is? We're like the honeymooners. It's who are the characters?
Ralph Cramden and Ed Norton.
Yeah, I'm like the Ed Norton,
Yeah,
and you're like the Ralph Cramden.
Exactly.
It really has that kind of energy. I feel like, you know, more than an Abbott and Costello. So it's a pretty funny dynamics, and I knew it would work because I worked with Steve, and is it Steven or Steve?
Yes,
Steven. Yeah, Stan the Man.
Stan the Man.
That was the first film I worked on with these guys. What's the company? The production company?
Entertainment Factory.
Entertainment Factory. They do a lot of films. They did, like you said, Death House. Did you see Death House?
Not yet, but I had some people who went to some of the screenings when they were running across the United States, said it was really good.
Okay, cool. Why didn't you see it? Why didn't you see it?
It didn't come to Charleston yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You actually complained to me. You said it's not coming anywhere close to here.
Oh, yeah.
Did it go to Atlanta?
Not sure.
Okay.
It might have. I was hoping it. Did it come to Charlotte yet? Because I was wanting to go to.
Well, Death House opens this Friday, tomorrow, and it's going to be at the Sawgrass.
Yeah.
Sawgrass Mills in Florida.
Sawgrass is here?
Yeah. Right
okay.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, so you might be able to see it by you up north. Check your local listings, because now it's actually in theaters around the country.
Yeah.
It's been playing in limited. You know, they've been doing premieres of it and stuff to get the word out, festival circuits and stuff like that. Now it's actually out in theaters.
And the movie we did is called Stan the Man.
Stan the Man.
That should be coming out in June.
So that's not out yet, right?
Not yet. It's still in post.
Yep.
Working on some music.
And because I've worked with Felissa Rose quite a bit, and she was on Stan the Man, and I just came and visited set. It's a great set, great energy, just like this one's got great set. I mean, I love these guys. Stephen Chase and his partner,
Rick Finkelstein.
Entertainment Factory, and they really put together good products, and they've got a lot of slate of movies coming out, including Death House is going to be a franchise. There's going to be more than one Death House. And so I actually did a cameo bit in Stan the Man, sort of busted my cherry with
Plays,
them.
Irving Weinstein, Stan's accountant.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's hilarious, unbelievable, funny stuff.
And it's a totally different character than what I'm playing in this one. In this one, I grew this beard to be the forest ranger. I see you have a nice beard. You almost have like an Amish beard going on.
I do, yeah.
Are you a Civil War reenactor or something like that?
You know what? Maybe you should look into doing that.
You should. You should be a Civil War reenactor. You could play like the dead, bloated guy. On the,
well, there was a lot of fat people during the Civil War.
There was no fat people in the Civil War. There was no food.
Because I ate it all.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You'd be dead right away, because those guns only shot one bullet. They'd be like, aim at the heavy guy right there. He barely moved.
They'd put me on the front of the line for sure.
You
take the bullets.
The only fat people in the Civil War were the ones fighting for the Confederacy, and that's why they lost, huh?
Very true.
Plantation eaters. So, did you come up with this movie, this one, Camp Twilight?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. It was another title when we first began the first draft. Now, of course, what it is. And
hold on, see if you can take a guess at what the title was. Come on, I know you're on the internet and you've already done this research.
It's Monster something, right?
You're close.
Yeah.
Monster
Monster Lake, right?
Monster Lake.
Monster Lake. That was the original.
Titles change all the times in the business because of marketing purposes, and these guys are always talking to distributors about what's going to sell on the one sheets and stuff like that, and what is a good title. So this title actually might even change by the time it comes out. We don't know, because it probably won't, but titles change all the time. Batman was going to be Superman. The first Batman was actually going to be Superman, and then they were like, he kind of looks like a bat, and it looks like the Batman from the comics. Why don't we just call it Batman? So
exactly. And
the one with George Clooney. They got George Clooney because he thought he was playing Superman. I'm not joking. Look it up. It's Wikipedia. Do your fucking research.
It's on Wikipedia. It has to be true.
Yes, exactly.
But I do got to ask, especially since Death House is releasing tomorrow.
Yep.
What were some of your favorite memories working on the set? Because it's basically known as the Expendables of horror. It has this amazing roster of talent.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it like working on the set?
It was really cool because every day a different actor came on. You know, we were shooting it in the wintertime in Pennsylvania. So we shot it at a prison, Holmberg Prison. Very interesting, historical prison. A lot of, asbestos. Very dangerous. And, I thought I was going to blow a lung one morning. But other than that,
the most dangerous thing in the movie wasn't Kane Hodder. It was the asbestos.
It wasn't. Kane is a sweetheart of a guy. He's not what he is, in the movies at all. He's actually quite opposite. First time I see him, he grabbed my neck and choked me. But that's what he does.
That's his go-to move.
Yeah, that's his go-to move. So I felt like we were cool. But other than that, it was Sid Haig, and.
Vernon Wells.
Vernon Wells, of course, was on the set, and
Bill Moseley.
And better than me, Melissa Rose,
Tony Todd. It's really the who's who of horror icons. It's a great film.
That's why I couldn't think, because I don't know who to mention first. It's so many every single day. It was amazing. Michael Barrymore.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just the list goes on, and it was amazing. We have a couple of. Sequels in the works, like a prequel and a sequel. One is called The Farm, and the other one is just Death House 2. So hopefully that goes in production in the next year or so.
That sounds like you definitely have a hit franchise on your hands for sure.
Thank you. I hope you're right. From your mouth to God's ears.
And then what's Stan the Man?
Well, Stan the Man.
Is Stan the man?
Stan was the man.
Stan was the man.
Yeah, he was the man. But he still is the man, but now he's married now, and probably going to have kids, and,
life happens.
Yeah, life happens. But
if I could tell Stan, don't have kids, Stan. Please, don't mess yourself up. There's that old joke of like, I really love kids, but you know what I love more? Being able to do whatever I want, anytime I want.
Yeah. Well, he started out a cool cat. I never wanted to be in a relationship.
Right.
He was a gambler. He was...
you play Stan, right?
I do. It was a fun character to play. I enjoyed it very much.
Who's your co-star in that?
Well, I had two co-stars.
Okay.
We had the beautiful Ann Layton.
Yep.
Who was easy to, was amazing to work with her, because she kind of, was an inspiration for me to, easy for me to love on her. Let's put it that way, to fall in love with her. That's for sure. Then we had Kathy Lang, from The Bold and the Beautiful.
Right, yeah.
We call her Kelly.
Oh, that's right. She was the art gallery lady, right?
The art gallery manager, right? Was friends with Stan. And it was really an interesting concept. I think people will like it. I really do. I hope they do anyway.
So, Steven, Death House was shot in Pennsylvania. Stan the Man in California. Now we're here in the Everglades creepiness woods of Florida here for Camp Twilight, which is very fitting. I'm worried about alligators out here. We're kind of in the wilderness. And what brought you to Florida? Didn't you start out making films here in Florida and stuff? This is your old stomping grounds, right?
It sure is. Yeah, I didn't know you knew that, Dave. Wow, you've been doing your research. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the first feature film that I ever produced in my life. It was just, I went to Hollywood to find a producer. They knew that I lived in Florida, and they said, well, let's make the movie in Florida. So we went to South Beach, on location in South Beach, location in Fort Lauderdale, and Palm Beach. So it was amazing. Yeah, it was a romantic comedy as well.
Okay. What was that one called?
That was called Shut Up and Kiss Me.
Okay.
With Burt Young, Krista Allen, David Bonner, Victoria Jackson, Brad Rowe. So many wonderful actors. Yeah.
And so, how did you get into the wanting to do this stuff? Was it just something you always wanted to do, through your whole, or did something click in you, going like, I've had enough of this, I want to do this,
I started out as an actor. I just wanted to be an actor. But then as I, begun to realize it can be very difficult to break in, to get in the door. So my way was to really get in was to start to produce and write and have my own company.
Right.
And that's what propelled me to do that. Yeah.
And that's the thing out there is, you can't just sit idly in an industry like this. You can't go, oh, I wish I could be an actor. I wish I could be an actor. It's not going to happen. I mean, everybody out there that is successful went out and made it on their own. They really go out. Look at Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They would be nothing if they didn't go and get Good Will Hunting made and scrape up to write the script and go get it made, you know? So Billy Bob Thornton and Sling Blade, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just sit around, and if this is something out there for anyone else watching and listening to this, you got to go out and do it. And nowadays, you're shooting this thing on a small digital camera. You got a little digital recorder. These things don't cost a lot of money. Go out and make it. Post it on YouTube. In fact, another business that Rick is starting to start, and this is really incredible, and I think it's going to change. Honestly, this is going to be the iPhone change of what iPhone did to phones. It's called iCast, and this is going to revolutionize the industry because basically it allows everyone in the country to audition for major motion pictures right there out of their house, download the sides, post themselves straight to the casting director, and it's like the American Idol of casting, where the public gets to vote on who was the best for that role. So now it's not a hidden secret. It's like the best audition is going to win. And it's a pretty cool, remarkable thing. You can check it out on, I think it's just iCast.com or iCast Now.
iCast.com. iCastNow.com.
Yeah, iCastNow.com. Check it out. And actually scroll through it. If you're an aspiring actor, look to see what roles are posted and get yourself out there. I think it's really cool. And that's something that also drew me to these guys is the do-it-yourself mentality of, you're not going to sit around and wait. You know what I mean? It's like, we're going to go out and do this. And look around. You've got these giant trailers now and really cool seats with our names on it, although my name's not on this one. Where's my name? Where's mine?
Your chair's somewhere probably on the truck.
Probably by the porta potty,
tomorrow.
huh?
It's in the truck. It's not in the
Okay, it's in the truck.
How would they put your...
It better not be in the porta potty,
Why don't you
Steven?
tell them about some of your movies that you've been writing? I mean, you've been doing a lot of writing.
Yeah.
About 12, 15 scripts?
I do. I write a lot. A lot of people don't know that that's really my main forte because I do a lot of acting, but I've got a whole bunch of screenplays. The next one I want to get up is called Halloween Party 1986, and then I have a Christmas movie. I actually have a Christmas movie that's going into production right now with Queen Latifah and Mike Epps, and it's called The Perfect Christmas. That's a Netflix original.
Where can anybody follow you on Facebook, Twitter, anything to keep up with everything you're doing?
Facebook, yep. Stephen Chase, and also on Instagram, ChaseBo1, and Twitter as well. Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen.
And actually, Vernon Wells is in this film too. He's playing. We have a scene with him tomorrow, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm having a great time with Steven because our characters are, quite frankly, we're going to steal the movie. We're going to steal the movie.
Yeah, I think so.
I've actually heard some murmurs about that already on the set.
Really? No, they just had lunch, and I think that was just gas. But
could be.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for your time, and it was a pleasure to interview both.
Thank you, man.
And make sure you check these guys out.
Camp Twilight. Camp Twilight, Stan the Man, Death House, list goes on. Thank you.
Man.
What'd you think?
That was brutal.
Was that hard to watch?
It was hard to watch, not just because of the blur.
Because his face right there? That'd be hard to watch too. I'm like sitting here and I'm like going blind. See, I'm wearing glasses. Because I keep looking at him.
Between that and then, like I said, we've got a couple more interviews coming from the set. We had a blast on the set. I got to watch a couple deaths. Got to...
Ooh?
Yeah, I got to...
People die in a horror movie?
I got to chat with an FHM and Maxim cover girl who was in the movie. This was our first official... My first official set.
Oh, really?
The one that I can talk about.
Was there catering?
Yes, there was. And I know you sent me at some point you mentioned, I think it was on Facebook, that did I get a picture of the catering? Mm-hmm. No, I did not, but I did get video, and that video is probably going to be airing at some point.
Right now.
At some point through here, but yeah, it was fantastic. Just everything they had there. They had like Cheez-Its and a bunch of different types of candy and chips and sodas and juices and water,
alcohol.
Like all of that was the regular snack food.
Yeah.
And then for dinner, for that day that I was there, it was Italian night.
Ooh.
So then they had pizza, lasagna.
They took care of you.
Yeah. It was like pepperoni pizza, meat lovers pizza, and it was like from this fancy restaurant. It wasn't like from Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and they had lasagna. They had this chicken that was like amazing. And then they had noodles and bread, and it was fantastic. I really had to stop myself from going like multiple times.
What did I have that night? I think I had a burger from Wendy's.
Well, I think I won that one
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
And yeah, it was great. The food was great, and then we started doing more interviews. Finished those, the ones you haven't seen. We finished those up, and then we went back out. It was dark now. The weirdest thing is I haven't used the bathroom. This whole thing was filmed on a legit camp. So like at the end of the night, the parks / camp is shut down to everybody but us. So like the bathroom is completely pitch black, other than the light in the room itself. But the walkway and everything to get through there, you're walking through pitch black. And after just watching somebody, get killed on a in front of your eyes, granted it being fake. You still have that through your mind. Oh God, it's dark. It's kind of scary. There's probably
someone's literally going to scare the shit.
Somebody's going to be coming down and killing me. But we filmed till about midnight. I want to say 1 o'clock in the morning.
Now, what time did you leave to go to Florida?
We left.
Like what time did
to
we
go to Florida at 2 a.m.
Jesus.
We got to Florida. We got to Dave at 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were in the part of Florida we need to be at 11:30.
Did you nap at all before that?
On there, no. On the way there, no. Paul, who came with me, had not slept for about 24 hours prior to that, so he was exhausted. So he was
the driver.
He was the driver, yeah. So what he wound up doing was when we were doing the end interviews. And watching them shoot the final scenes of the night, he was in one of the trailers sleeping.
Oh, good, nice.
So he got some rest there, and then on the way back, I wasn't any help. Like we left, I think around 1 or 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
being up 24 hours yourself.
Yeah, by that point we left. I was up 24 hours, so I was out for most of the ride.
Yeah, just after you just eat like a big dinner. We
went to McDonald's right after this because we were still like trying to stay up and we were a little bit hungry.
Oh.
So we went through the drive-through, which we both fell asleep in the fucking drive-through.
It took so long.
This McDonald's was the worst. Like we sat in the drive-through for 40 minutes, and that wasn't just because we fell asleep behind the wheel, or like he. He put it in park.
Taking your order, you're just can I get a big?
He put it in park, and we both took naps. Like we both fell asleep, and then
just wait for someone.
We woke up and we were still in the line. And it had been like 15 minutes. Like literally nobody had moved. It was still the same person in front of us.
That's ridiculous.
And we spent about 45 minutes to an hour in that lane, and I just started going in and out. Then I got the food, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I think I'm good to go." And then. Right back out.
Did you get any kind of like coffee or soda?
No, I got soda around 6 a.m.
But
we were still in Florida, but I got like trying to wake up. I was like, I'm good. I'm sorry. I felt bad. I was apologizing because I was like, I'm sorry that I'm not staying up. But he was at least rested enough to.
He actually got some sleep.
Yeah, he got his good sleep. It kicked my ass. Like a New York City drive would be.
Is it because you were more active?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could very well be.
But you were doing like a lot of the interviews and walking around like 4 different Walmarts. So I can
keeping track of Dave.
Keeping track of Dave, that's a hard task.
Dave was yelling at everybody. It was Dave was fucking with pretty much every single person there, and it was pretty great.
Well, he's got a life under up.
Like when we were doing interviews, anytime anybody would come in the trailer or whatever, or doing the interviews, he'd start immediately screaming at them.
We're getting the fucking shot.
He's like, shut the door! and it's that stuff's pretty hilarious. I'll probably wind up keeping that in, but yeah, it was a good time.
Fine.
I didn't get to film a role, unfortunately, on this one because I couldn't stay any more days. I had to come back, but they said they were like, if you can stay till Saturday, we'll get you on as a paramedic or somebody for the role. 'Cause they were like, Saturday's the day we could really use you. It's like, not this time.
The other set.
I was like, I got to go back and pick up my daughter, and so literally I got back into town at 12, and then I was in the school lane. I fell asleep in the school lane waiting to pick her up for an hour, and then
sleeping all the times.
I was trying to get winks of sleep whenever I could that day. That night I finally was able to get some rest. But yeah, and with I talked to Felissa before we left, and I was like, I definitely want to work with you on another project, and I look forward to being on set with you again. She's like, yeah, for sure. And Dave's always interested in getting me on the set so we can do more Dave and Creech stuff in person, because like you said, he did his first Facebook Live ever.
Really? That was his first one?
That was his first ever.
He popped his cherry?
He popped his cherry. But
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it was honestly a fun time. I had a lot of fun on the set.
Nice.
And
did you see any boobs?
It seems like technically no.
Oh.
But you know what? If I wanted to see boobs, I could have just stayed on the Strip Club Massacre.
Strip Club Massacre.
But
I saw a lot of boobs that day.
But I'm just gonna say that probably hands down this was my favorite of any set I've
probably
been.
Because you got to talk with Dave more, you hang out with him.
Well, not even that. It's
not even that.
Well, it's just I knew more people going down there.
Oh, true.
I mean, because I had already interviewed Felissa to promote Victor Crowley, so you go down there and you're literally was welcomed onto the set and made to feel like family, from the producers to literally everybody except Dave. Everybody made
he was the only asshole.
Dave almost got me thrown off the set before I even got on it.
It's like,
because the security guy was traveling on a fucking go-kart, and he asked Dave, who are these people that were coming out of the car, me and Paul, and he was like, I don't fucking know. So the guy's like, you stop, and I was like, what? I didn't do anything. He's like, who are you with? I was like, Dave Sheridan. He's like, he said he's with nobody. He says he don't know you.
Was he trying to be all big bag with his big voice?
He was trying. Yeah, he was trying to. Dave was trying to fucking get me thrown off the set already, trying to prank me in return.
Oh, see, he was trying to get other shit. That was karma.
He's like, I don't know who that is. But yeah, so it was a fun time. I've gotten a lot of great feedback. That should have been filmed. Yeah. No, I was fucking horrified.
You were just start walking back.
He was a big dude too.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's. I will say there's a lot more footage and everything coming from the set of Camp Twilight, and it's definitely a movie I would highly recommend because from what I've seen, it's got good actors, which you can't. Yeah. I mean, we're not even including Dave and Felissa and the known actors. I'm talking about even the non-name people. I got to watch them act, and they were all pretty legit.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they go back and they watch some of your live videos, you could hear some of the acting going on.
Yeah. Felissa was screaming in one of the takes, and Dave was like, "They're not even filming." So
she just had to get into character.
But no, they were actually filming when he did.
Oh, they were.
He was just joking. He was like, "They're not filming. They're so unprofessional. That's not how you direct somebody. You don't scream at them like that." But yeah, no, it was great.
Fun times.
It was fantastic, and yeah, that's the first. I mean, besides I was acting with Moses, first time I've ever seen somebody go from literally angry and screaming at somebody to the next second after they yell cut to just completely normal and happy, and I got to see Felissa do that quite a few times. So acting, it's just awesome.
You've been on my film sets.
Your film sets, aka your houses. You're just trying to make it seem important, like it's your film sets.
Hey, there was catering.
Technically.
In the cabinets.
AKA your regular groceries.
Hey, at least you ate.
I did, yeah, I'm not complaining.
So, did you want to talk any more about that?
No. I think I may, in the coming weeks, if I remember something that was funny and want to include it, I can always bring it up. But I feel like that adequately sums up Camp Twilight, the experience.
Nice.
There may be a video podcast next week, depending on how I enjoy putting this video podcast together.
Yeah.
If I hate
There's
it,
a lot of
then
editing.
fuck no. Never doing it again. Unless Dave comes back and we hire somebody to fucking do it. Because we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
This is a trial run.
You might see our beautiful faces. Well,
my beautiful face, and then his eyesore bald spot.
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, guys, whether you're listening or watching, thank you for tuning in to the Dave and Creech show. Hope you enjoyed the interview. Hope you enjoyed Dave giving him shit.
The Bryan and Creech show.
The Dave and Creech show with Bryan.
The Dork and Creech show.
with your permanent co-host Bryan, because Dave's gonna make sure you suffer.
He's not gonna come back.
He's gonna make sure
the
you
podcast
suffer.
is if I stay on, it's just gonna be me sleeping. I'll just let you talk about whatever shit you want to talk about. I'm just gonna be like,
exactly. But yes, that's gonna wrap it up for the Dave and Creech show. You'll have more Dave Sheridan next week. And bye.
Bye.
Shut up and sit down.
Thank you for listening to the Dave and Creech Show. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of Dave and CJ. These views and opinions do not necessarily represent those of Creech Creative Productions or any of its affiliates.